Which JavaScript frameworks should you be familiar with and any of the tools around it in 2024? If we take a look and see all the most popular frameworks that we see in last year, 2023, we see a lot of interesting, well, do we? Let's take a look based on the popularity of all these different options. So we see that we have a table of contents here that we're going to look through on risingstars.js in 2023. It's all categorized. They're all JavaScript frameworks by most popular overall projects. We've got our front-end systems, and then we've got our React and Vue systems. We know those are popular front-end frameworks because they have their own ecosystems that are counted here. Then we also have dedicated backend build tools. We have mobile deployments. We've got styling with CSS and JavaScript. We also have dedicated CSS libraries, testing desktops, which we've heard about Electron, and a new up-and-coming one that is written in Rust that I'm really excited about. Static site generators, which are really powerful because you want to make sure that your end users' experience are as fast as possible. So if you can pre-build and bundle all of your code, you want to use a static site generator. You also have client state management, GraphQL, and AI. It's got its own section. I'm curious to see that one. We're going to take a look at the most popular overall projects. For JavaScript, we see Bunn. But wait, hold on. Number one. All right, here's number one is a UI, the hottest project of the year. It's a ShodCNUI, a collection of UI components written in React, allowing the customizing style through Tailwind. That is interesting. This is number one. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, this is actually quite elegant. I like very clean. It's got excellent whites. It's got excellent spacing. Oh, this is excellent. Look at that. Oh, and they've got oh, neat. Okay, so they even have some really good examples. Dashboards. These are fantastic. It just you get everything. They just built it all for you. Okay, I can see why this is the most popular by far. Elegant looking applications, and at the same time, you don't have to deal with a whole lot. And they keep going here. Just recently here in March, breadcrumbs and input for OTP. They added an OTP input component. Ooh, very nice. You get your breadcrumbs here, right? So you can navigate locally. And then you have one-time pin. Oh, look at that. It's so good. Just this alone, I mean, this is so wonderful. It's got everything you need. There's no need, you don't need to go any further. You have it all here. So ShodCNUI is the most popular framework, and I can see why, because it just takes care of so much for you, and it gives you basically everything you need to build your application. They really thought of everything, even a context menu. You can right click and it's got all these, ooh, beautiful. So if you haven't seen it before, check out ShodCNUI. Beautiful components you can copy and paste directly into your apps. They're customizable and open source, and there you go. This is a huge UI. Is a large aspect in towards developing applications, and getting it right is difficult. They took care of a lot for you. This is fantastic. Let's walk through the most popular JavaScript projects in all of 2023. This is actually brought back over into our current moment. Now we're in 2024. We're going to take a look at the JavaScript projects that you should be familiar with. This is because if they're so popular, they're widespread, which means that you will have sort of like a necessary requirement to know these things. You'll run into them at some point. So taking a look at the list here that we have, ShodCNUI is a JavaScript for React. They're essentially just components that you can use to build your UI easily. Then you have Bunn. It's an incredibly fast JavaScript runtime. Oh, wow. Okay, so here, let's take a look here. This is why it's so fast. Well, I mean, we don't know why it's so fast right now, but they do say, like, if you've been running Node.js, you've probably also been checking out Dino, but Bunn is that much better. We can see why it is a happy Bunn. It's very fast. Okay. We have Excalibur is number 3. It's a virtual whiteboard. Oh, yeah. Check that out. Okay. Ooh, very nice. So we were just talking about ShodCNUI, all those components. Now, this is a really, really big component. It's a sort of a shared collaborative drawing board here. There's a lot more to it, so you might be interested in Excalibur. TLDraw is an infinite canvas. It's the 4th most popular. This is very similar to Excalibur. Almost the same, but it looks like it's a little more lightweight. And of course, we have Next.js, which is a React framework specifically for the web. It's used by the world's largest companies, and you can basically do it all. Anything you do in React, you can do here in Next.js, and it's sort of like an all-in-one encompassing server client, just a full framework, everything you need. It is full stack. So if you were thinking about using React and maybe even combining it with some UI components, and then you've got your server taken care of, Next.js is the place for you. This is the thing that you should be looking at. Then we have Supabase, which is a real-time database that allows you to connect database shared state between clients and your servers. They do have a free mode, so now we're sort of getting into, more of a paid model here as well with Supabase. Of course, we have React. But number 7, React is by far, I would say, it is the biggest JavaScript framework out there. In terms of popularity on the list in 2023, it is still on the top 10 list. And you've definitely run into it on the web multiple times. There's no way to avoid it. Here's Tari. I'm very much interested in Tari. Tari is fantastic. What it's going to let you do is, Tari, all right, so it's all sort of written in Rust. Then you can still use your JavaScript capabilities and knowledge and UI and all that, but it's built and bundled using Rust technologies, which means it's super fast. And it's cross-platform. So essentially, if you want to build an app that can go everywhere, mobile, desktop, and web, this is Tari. You want to check out Tari. Number 9 is Drizzle ORM. It's a TypeScript ORM, which is, a database relational model. So the O is object, right? Object relational model. And it sort of maps to database data, right? So you've got a schema over here, then you've got your object sort of intermediary that you can then use directly within your native programming language like JavaScript, so that way all of the members of every entity in the database are accessible easily. So you don't have to worry about keeping state in object sort of data models like JSON, right, which is a serialization. What it does is it takes that representation and then it brings it into a native object that you can then sort of use with the dot notation in your language. And Drizzle it's on the top. It's on the top 10 of all JavaScript projects. So that's really exciting to see that there. And then it is neat to see HTMX, right? We've got HTMX here, which is on the top 10. It's the last one, but it's still great to see it on the top 10 most interesting frameworks here. And of course, the great thing about HTMX is its ability that allows you to just write HTML only and build an interactive, fully fledged application for the web. But you don't have to build JavaScript. You don't have to really know code. All you have to do is populate attributes. The web page and the framework itself understand what you mean, so it knows to fetch data from a server or to submit data from a server or to render data on the screen. They make it really, really easy. See, look, I like this example right here. So you've got your library, right? Your HTMX library, fine. Then you've got a button where you say this is going to be a post, you click, and then you click it, and then it's able to fetch data based on that click. And you see there's no JavaScript involved.